Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, back in the Welkin-lofts. So on the last episode we attacked the Angmarim that were camped nearby, and we were able to recover an evil scepter from them. But now we also gotta take care of the drakes that have allied with the Angmarim, and for that we gotta pick up all these quests in here.
We should continue up the mountain.
Not this one yet,
We still need to find the
but this one's.
and the rest of the Angmarim.
Gundabad shall be ours at last.
The drakes have made themselves some sort of nest high atop the cliffs above this frozen lake. From there, they can spy on much of the Welkin-lofts and fly anywhere their mistress commands. I think it would be wise to thin their numbers before we attempt to bring our army through here. And that is not even to mention how soon they will realize we have set up camp just on the other side of that hill. I'm sure Hórin will not mind if you take a break from slaying Angmarim to focus on this new enemy. Trust me, the drakes are just as dangerous, if not more so.
Glory awaits us.
Flogalith is home to many large nests that contain recently hatched whelplings and unhatched eggs. The eggs are too large to break one by one, but I have an idea. She pulls out a small satchel and opens it to reveal many small metal containers containing explosive powder. These are favorites of Ausma. Has he shared them with you before? I think with this you might be able to take care of those nests quite easily. Quite easily, indeed. You can see the rising path to Flogalith just across the channel to the northwest of here.
For the Draurákh.
The Angmarim have gifted a number of dwarf wights to the drakes of Flogalith, and these unhappy creatures now serve as nest guardians. If you find yourself at Flogalith, you must slay the wights. We cannot allow this insult to stand. It is the least we can do to honor these dwarves, though they perished long ago.
Gundabad shall be ours at last.
Those two massive drakes I saw speaking with the Angmarim are apparently a breeding pair, Lord and Lady of the Cliff Nest Flogalith. Do you know what Hórin has also told me they are? They are the siblings of Bethug Wintermind, children of Hrímil Frostheart herself. Hórin says it's his personal mission to burn every branch of that cursed family tree, and I say we help him do it. I do not think you can slay them alone, Beriathan, despite your considerable skill, but if you do manage to destroy them, I know you will receive a handsome reward. Yeah, technically Molka's right. Those drakes are quite strong. But, I think we're careful. If we're careful, we might be able to pull it off. The real challenge of this camp, at least as far as I remember, are these wights. Because, well, once again, they will apply a lot of debuffs on you, and they can also... Well, the debuffs are really nasty. You basically, well, have to fight them twice. The wights and the spirits. The drakes are also tightly packed. So this is one of these scenarios in which we cannot be too reckless with this, or we will risk dying. As I told you before, I think this is one of the places at which I've died the most in the entire game. And that is partially me being too reckless, sure. But part of it is just that there are so many things that want to kill you in here. That it's better to be careful with these guys. But on the other hand, I'm so eager to continue advancing through the Welkin-lofts that I think at some point I might get too reckless, like this. We've already used Never Surrender, so I guess that means we gotta try to be more careful now. Especially because, well, as Molka said, the leaders in here, the drake leaders, are quite strong. And well, the other annoying part of this As you can see, it's quite a steep ascent. It's a long ascent. So if you die, by the time you right back here from the rest circle, all these guys would have respawned. Oh, we one-shotted the white. Cool. Right? This is one of the other scenarios in which... This is one of the places in which I usually get too cocky, let us say. Overconfident. Pull all the worms in here. And that doesn't end well. Let's grab this chest. Maybe there's something good inside of it. Yeah. Another treasure once again. I didn't remember there being so many treasures on my other Warden. Something's definitely off. Something has always felt off with the RNG in the game. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Yeah, that's the other part. I usually forget about my morale pots. That usually happens in all RPGs I play, but basically with the idea of saving the pots for when you really need them, I usually end up not using them at all. And that's part of the reason why I usually die as well. But well, these morale pots drop a lot in Gundabad. They are not as hard to come by as the morale pots in some other regions. So I guess we can use them a little bit more freely. Plus, I'm a scholar. I should be able to craft those things whenever I want. Is also hitting us pretty badly today. I was running on some of my ults earlier today and it was even bad for them. Let's hope we don't have too many issues with lag today. Please die. These guys are definitely the ones that hit you the hardest. Oh, a dwarf marker in here. Cool. Last count. Is this marker number 3? Number 4? Number 2? Oh my god. This doesn't look good, but okay, at least we have number 2. Alright, so here's the deal. We defeat this one first, and then we lure the other one. Dragonkind Slayer of the Welkin-lofts. Awesome. 5 LOTRO points on reputation. Usual stuff by now. But we also have the advanced tier, 200 of them. I thought we were gonna find more dragons in here. We would be able to advance the deed a little bit more. Alright. We have never surrender. I hope I don't come to regret this, but here we go. Oh, okay. Off to a good start. Oh, we're doing good. More than good. No, this was way simpler than I thought it would be. Cool. Now, well, there's another possibility, right? And that is that the drop rate of these treasure caches has increased. And if that's the case, that would be awesome. But as far as I remember, I still struggle a little bit trying to get the dwarven treasures with my other warden. It's been a while since I played him, so I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me on that. Would be great, though, if the drop rate for these treasures had increased. Well, the great part about these Worm and Drake Den is that these guys respawn really quickly. So you can just basically once you reach this central portion of the camp, you just gotta climb to one side, come back, climb to the other side, and you'll have all the drakes you can wish for in there. So all in all, grinding this deed is not that hard. It is of course time consuming as many other deeds. It's really, well, as far as I remember at least, the better place to farm this deed in Welkin-lofts. But at least, as I was saying, the respawn rate, it's really high. So at least there is that. But once again, I'm of a mind of moving forward with the story as much as I can. So I think I'm gonna leave a deed farming in the Welkin-lofts for later. Besides, this being the last area of Gundabad, there's actually no hurry in farming the deeds. I don't have the pressure of having to go to another place where I will also get deeds. So it doesn't make too much of a difference, at least in my eyes, if I farm them now or if I wait until I'm done with the Welkin-lofts to come back and do it. That also gives me the chance to see if, by any chance, we can find, for example, more worms outside this place to advance the deed a little bit more naturally. I think there are at least a couple more places where you can find worms, but not in the same numbers as you can find them here. But still. Gotta be careful now. Yeah, I mean, I think I only need to clean this camp one more time, maybe 1.5, to be able to get all the worms that I need, all the drakes. So yeah, once again, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And while that's something that we can technically do right now, once again, I don't think you're that interested in seeing me just running around farming deeds. At least not for this kind of episodes. Maybe if I at some point decide to start streaming, that's something that we can do. But for the time being, no. I think we're good with this. Alright, so... yeah, we gotta defeat Hiram. This goat meat may serve as a suitable lure for the hunting drake. Ah, yeah. You remember we climbed this summit on the last episode, and I was wondering what would we need to do in here because there is no treasure cache, no dwarf marker, nothing at top of it. So, alright. Yeah, this is where we'll need to lure this guy. It seems. Is that right? Ah, no. No. We gotta do that actually by the bridge. In that case, just ignore what I said. I don't know what purpose this summit will serve. Now, we can technically go and look for that other drake. But we're also really close to a beast den that we also learned about on the last episode. So the idea is basically it's a wolf den, and we don't need to be worrying about wolves and drakes at the same time, so please go and take care of it. And that's something we can do. Ah, rooted. Jeez. And the good thing about doing this right now, not only will we advance this deed and the quest as well, of course, but we will also be coming really close to the location of, well, another treasure cache, another dwarf marker. That's something that we really need to be focusing on as well. Because, well, last episode we also missed the very first dwarf marker that you can get on Welkin-lofts. Thankfully, that's a location that we can easily backtrack to. But yeah, we missed one. If I'm not mistaken, treasure cache should be somewhere around here. It's just that with this trace it's hard to see. Treasure cache, yeah, knew it. Awesome. Oh my god! Draurákh. This guy is for the trophy hunter deed of Welkin-lofts, so okay, I guess now that we're here. Oh, come on. Didn't see you there. Draurákh's fangs. Well, I know I said better leave this for later, but well, the guy was basically asking for it, so Gotta be selling some stuff. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this, to be honest with you. Bear with me just a second while I get rid of all these things I grabbed. But the extra gold always comes in handy. So I hope you don't mind. So what do we have here? After encountering the elusive Warden, you have claimed a trophy that may be of value to the reclaimers of the Mountain Hold. As you inspect Kanakark's fangs, you take care not to cut yourself on the razor-sharp teeth. You decide to bring this trophy to Fellgát Defthand, a skilled taxidermist of the Longbeards, that it might be preserved once Gundabad is reclaimed. So basically the same deal as the Trophy Hunter of Azanulbis, very similar in spirit, of course. I mean, we can leave these fangs on our inventory. It's maybe not the best thing to do. We can leave that in our inventory and save it for when we decide to go trophy hunting. That can work. And with a little bit of luck, we will also be getting the advanced tier of the Beast Slayer, hopefully today. We're halfway through, so might be able to do it, especially if this cave is as filled with works as I remember it is. Is it a cave or is it just a regular wolf then? I don't remember, but I think it's a cave. Draurákh. Or is it just a regular? Oh, it's a cave. You see? Told you. Garlic is a little upset of seeing his evil cousins, I believe. I guess the same feeling we have when we fight evil brigands and the like. What do we have here? Among the scattered bones and scraps of hide, you find a selection of very old dwarf-made equipment, certainly not from the current expedition. Whether beasts struck fallen dwarves into this cave and only their gear remains, or long ago dwarves were sheltering from something in this cave, you cannot say. If you can find more of it in Draurákh, the dwarves back at Fellgát will be interested to see it. Alright, count me in. This does slow us down a little bit. We gotta, well, stop to pick this up, of course. That means we cannot pull as many mobs as we would like, maybe. Let's see how we do. Attacking me. I don't get it. Did I aggro on someone? Yeah, this guy. From half the cave across, it seems. Somehow. Alright, that was 14 out of 14. Now we just gotta find a boss. got a feeling, not 100% sure, but I think this is also one of the locations for the Gundabad missions with the Draurákh. What we, well, have not seen yet, but once again, I plan to get to eventually, sooner rather than later. There we go. Yeah, the boss is over there. I remember now. Let's see what else we can find in here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna complete the deed in here. I don't think we even need to fight every single thing that crosses our path anymore. That's gonna be amazing. Go. All right. Talk to the guys at Fellgát. Here we have the pack leader. Let us just take care of all these guys before we do so. Completed! Welkin-lofts Speedslayer advanced. And we have what you did! Slayer of Welkin-lofts. Awesome. Even easier than I thought. So 5 LOTRO points, some reputation. Well, we didn't level up, but we still get a virtue XP. Now, 5 LOTRO points and the meta did. Gotta defeat Dragonkind, we're making good progress on that. Giants and hobgoblins might take a little bit longer than that, but we'll see how we do with them as well. Alright. Somebody else. Agrog. Come over here. Alright. Let us map back to Fellgát so that we can turn in these Wolven quests. And then we'll make our way back to Molka. I think it's might be faster that way. So. Alright.
Gundabad is rife with foes. Be wary.
What have you found, friend? I see by the glint in your eye that you have found something valuable. Quickly, show me. You showed Drady the ancient dwarf-made weapons and armor you discovered resting in the wolf den. By the haft of Dras's axe! These seem to be from the Second Age, and still in reasonable condition considering the passage of so many years. Our long-bearded friends will be most pleased to see these treasures recovered. Thank you, Beriathan. Man. Let me... I don't want to hit level 140 halfway through Welkin-lofts.
Yes?
Did you clear out those wolves, Beriathan? Great work. I was a little worried we might need to wait until our reinforcements arrive to deal with those beasts, but I knew someone of your skill would have no trouble. Well, perhaps I did not know it, but I suspected. Well, that's the second best thing, I guess. Alright. Let me tell you what we can do. we can complete a couple tasks just to get some extra reputation. The plan is to get as close to level 140 as possible without actually leveling up. So that way I can decide when to hit level 140. And this is the last one. Yeah, we can complete. We're gonna leave that there. So that way I know I'm just one quest completion away from level 140, and whenever I wanna hit the level cap, I just need to pop a quest. It's just that, well, once again, we still have so many things left to do in Welkin-lofts, and when we hit level 140 we will get a couple more quests, the vector for the dailies and everything, so I want to avoid that for the time being. I'm not entirely sure which quest I would like to complete to take me to level 140, but I'm inclined to say one of the final quests in the Legacy of Durin storyline, maybe the end of book 11, maybe the epilogue. This one also has an epilogue, of course. So yeah, I'm not sure which one, but that's what I would like. Yeah, remember that I told you that below this bridge there was going to be a quest, not something to explore per se, but a quest. And this is it. This is where we place the ram to lure the other drake. Fólnith the Pale smells fresh meat and begins to descend. Yeah, there he is. Just the same as the other drake we found. Meaning I'm not gonna worry too much about this guy. Yep, that's it. Just gotta talk to Molka now. Advance the quests. Come on, for Christ's sake. Alright. Seems to be it. I could see you thrashing those blue lizards from here, and I tell you it was quite a sight to behold, even from this distance. We should take some time to spar when our mission is not so urgent, Beriathan. You could teach me some of your tricks, and I dare say you might learn something of my own combat prowess as well. Yeah, whenever you like.
Gundabad shall be ours at last.
I could hear those bombs from here. Boom! I am so glad Ausma introduced me to this, and to you, Beriathan, of course. But especially to the bombs.
Hey!
Did you end the unhappy servitude of those long-dead dwarves? We may not be able to give them a proper burial, but we have done what we can. At least they are no longer the slaves of the Frost Horde. Thank you for this, Beriathan.
Glory awaits us.
You have done the deed. It is good to know there are too few of Hrímil's vile children in the world, for the evil in their hearts pose a great danger to all those who do not claim such parentage as theirs. I trust you will know what to do should you encounter any more of her foul brood. Yeah, trust me, I know.
For now, we should continue up the mountain. We still need to find the hobgoblins and the rest of the Angmarim.
Let's continue south and find the farthest path again and see where it leads. Molka will head back to Fellgát and join us again when we find the hobgoblins. Klúso should be the next scout we come across. Hopefully he has some more information for us. Keep that stuff safe and let me know if you start hearing voices in your head or if any other horrible things start happening. Alright, back to the main path. Oh, what did you know? It's gonna actually take us where I want to be. What's the path back up again? No, it's not this one. Ah, come on, Hórin. How many drakes are we missing, I wonder? Yeah. We'll need indeed to go back to those nests and do some more farming, but not today. As usual, I'm gonna advance the deed off camera and then I will leave the completion of the deed, the last 2 or 3 kills, or when I'm back with you. Still have a lot of things to do before that happens, I guess. That's what I was trying to avoid. So, the main path. This is what we were looking for. Awesome. You'll see, this is the entrance to Clovengap. So that's where we're headed. A flare shoots up to the right of Bazenmed and the gate to Clovengap. Ah. He might even... He is really close, it seems, to where we need to be. So, okay. Again. The gate to Clovengap. This one in here. So, if we come through here, it's basically a strict line to the north from the gate. You'll see another dwarf marker over there. And sort of guarding this marker we have a silver drake. There's not much we can do with that drake right now. For the time being, it will only count for the Slayer deed. But we'll need to come back to it later. For the time being, I was just aiming for this. Alright, so this is marker number 3. Yeah, don't fall, please. It's just that, well, if this deed is called Vistas of the Welkin-lofts, I figure we can check a couple of these vistas. Why not? Ah, yeah, I see the flare. Yeah, just right to the right of the door. A flare shoots up to the right of Bazenmed and they get to Clovengap. Yeah, I know. Klúso calls to you as you approach.
You have come just in time. Warlord Dustalbuk was just here, and you're going to want to hear this.
Yeah, let me hear it.
It was just a short while ago I was scouting this area when I suddenly heard something.
Do tell. Amazing outfit as well. Most of this comes from Osgiliath instances. The chests you get as a light armor, so that's something that's out of my reach for now. But I would love to get it at some point. Anyway, what did you hear, Klúso?
Scout Klúso has an interesting report to share. Relations between the orcs and hobgoblins may have finally reached a tipping point.
Oh, interesting.
I was scouting near Bazan Meadow, the gate to the Clovengap, when I heard the stomping of many heavy feet. I quickly hid, for I knew I would be unable to face the number of orcs I was hearing by myself.
So where did you hide? Where are the orcs coming from?
This way. Drake said the Giant's Hole is on the other side of the mountain.
Giants? I followed behind the hobgoblins as closely as I could without being seen.
Okay, here they come. Who approaches the gates of Thyrstáth. Frostbound have come to parley, ice giants.
Frostbound have come to parley, ice giants. War has come to Gundabad, and you must choose a side. Swear yourselves to Hrímil Frostheart and to me, or be counted among our enemies.
We have lived in these mountains for generations, Hobgoblin. The Drakes threaten our borders, and now you have come threatening us with war? Why bring these Angmarim with you? Their treacherous kind is not welcome here. The tale of Storvakum reached even these high peaks.
I am losing my patience.
Allow me to handle the diplomacy, Warlord. We asked to meet with your chieftain in peace to discuss these matters. The Angmarim offer power to their new friends. I can personally attest to that.
We wish only to live in peace and prosperity under the reign of the dragon.
As you wish. This way.
The hobgoblins began to head inside. But then, I heard more orc stomping coming down the path.
What now?
Stand aside, hobgoblins. We've come to remove the ice giants from this area.
Remove them? By whose order?
Gorgor the Ruthless!
He has finally grown spine enough to oppose me. So be it. Frostbound, remove the orcs from this area. Protect the ice giants by order of Warlord Dushtalbuk.
What?
Deal with these Cretans for Ufmazat.
It seems that was it, but okay. Yeah, here's Hórin. I don't know how could you hear from this far away, but if you could, well, good for you.
It wasn't long after that the hobgoblins and orcs started fighting. I think they're still fighting now.
Alright, a fortunate turn of events. So yeah, basically that the hobgoblins and the Angmarim want to offer an alliance to the giants. The giants don't seem too thrilled to hear about it. Storvagun, of course, is one of the giants that the Angmarim has swayed before. He was the boss of one of the wings in Heathergrot back in the level 50 days. So a long while ago, but as we have seen here, Gundabad is doing a lot of throwbacks to those days with the Angmarim and Darhans and now Storvagun. Kinda tricky a little bit, or maybe a little finicky to follow the storyline since the voiceover and the subtitles are not perfectly synced, but it's not a big deal, and in any case we already know what's going on, so
Even if they
let's
are
continue.
at each other's throats, they have one thing in common. They share a hatred of dwarves.
I'm quite fortunate none of those orcs or hobgoblins spotted me. Even if they are at each other's throats, they have one thing in common. They share a hatred of dwarves. Dush Talbuk and most of the hobgoblins continued up the mountain, but some of them are just ahead, fighting the orcs. What should we do? Those ice giants did not seem particularly friendly either.
I did not expect the orc and hobgoblin feud to erupt right in front of us. This is a golden opportunity.
We can take down both forces while they are distracted fighting each other. As for the giants, perhaps we can convince them to side with us instead of the Frost Horde. You have made alliances with giants in the past, yes? It is risky, but on occasion they have proved an honorable people. Klúso, stay here and watch for orc or hobgoblin reinforcements. Come, Beriathan, we have work to do.
Only a Draurákh shows mercy in battle.
The two leading the orc and hobgoblin forces are known as Nargak the Unyielding and Ufmasat the Overwhelming. They both think very highly of themselves, but I have seen them enter single combat with each other several times, and it always ends in a draw, with both retreating. I have a feeling you will be more than a match for them both.
We have come too far to turn back now.
Bah, I wish I could crack some orc skulls with you, but I understand the need to watch the road. We wouldn't want their reinforcements to come up from behind and flank you after all. Kill a few for me, won't you?
We have come too far to turn back now.
Some of the ice giants did not make it inside before the battle began and are now trapped between the orcs and the hobgoblins. We should come to their rescue and earn their favor. There we go then. Yeah, no more quests on Odin's side. Yeah, I think we have enough time to at least fight our way through these waves of hobgoblins and orcs. Welkin-lofts hobgoblin slayer defeated Orkind in the Welkin-lofts for the Legacy of Durin. Sadly, as you have seen, the orcs do not count. It's a shame. This is not an Orkind slayer deed. Because as you can see here, we also have some goblins. This will be so much easier. But anyway. You found a goblin sneaking around during all the fighting in Thyrstáth, taking advantage of the chaos to steal from the ice giants. Defeating the looters may help prove your worthiness to the giants. Yeah, makes sense. This does not concern you, man. You find a pouch of colorful stones on the orc. Rowan will want to see this. Alright, that was it. Yeah, that was basically it. Oh. But it's halfway across the Welkin-lofts map. The next objective for the Legacy of Durin. So once again, it's gonna be a while before we can advance to the next portion of the quest. More small nuisances arrive. I don't mean to be a nuisance, I'm just trying to help you, you know? Oh, we have already won.
There is much to be done, and little time for talk.
Ah, they didn't expect us. It is always a pleasure to fight by your side, Beriathan. Likewise. There we go. I accept your aid, small one, but you should not be here. Not too thrilled to see me either. As you might have realized, this is really not the best place to farm the hobgoblin slayer deed. But at least we can advance it a little bit. This does not concern you, man. Maybe not. But leave me to decide if it does or if it doesn't. Alright, so using here, we have found the location of another of the markers for the Vistas deed.
In games, I allow for chance.
There's few things I hate more than thieves. Goblin thieves? Now those are just the worst. Hopefully the ice giants will appreciate this.
There is much to be done.
Completely you're right. Marker number 4. Looking good. How's the Vista in here? Well, I guess if you like the mountains. Which I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big mountain guy. But not the snowy kind of mountains. I must tell Chieftain Grimdóth of this. Yeah, you go, tell him. More small nuisances arrive. Yeah, I don't like it, you calling me out. Trying to help you after all. Where's Hórin? Oh yeah, let me guess, you got stuck in the stairs? That wouldn't surprise me. Where are you, Hórin, for God's sake? Can you please come here? Hórin. Christ. I don't know where you get to. But I guess it's faster to just dismiss him. Summon him a little further up. Maybe through here. I don't want to get him stuck on the stairs again. Like here? Good enough? Oh, for Christ's sake, come here.
Put your back to the past and to the wind.
I think we may have made a good first impression. If at least one of those giants informs their leader that we helped them, that may prove sufficient for him to grant us an audience. For God's sake.
We have come too far to turn back now.
The unyielding, the overwhelming, neither was true. How do they come up with these titles? I would really like to know.
We've done all we can out here. Let us make for the entrance to the main keep of Thyrstáth.
With luck, our actions may have earned some goodwill from the Ice Giants and we can negotiate with their leader. Ah, Hórin.
We've done all we can out here. Let us make for the entrance to the main keep of Thyrstáth.
Let us make the main entrance then. Alrighty. It's so nice. If it was Orcind Slayer, not just hobgoblins, but I'm beating a dead horse by now. This is the door to the main keep of Thyrstáth. Stay still, please, Hórin.
This is it. I hope you're ready for some dwarf diplomacy.
Are you? Oh.
This is it. I hope you're ready for some dwarf diplomacy.
Finally. We don't need to continue. Going after Hórin. So, alright, we are right here at the entrance of the giant lair, I guess. But we don't have enough time today to negotiate with them. So join me the next time and we'll go with Hórin to talk with the giants. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.